Hello, happy Thursday. My name is Michael Leeserman here with the Trial Guide's Tip of the Day. It is April 11th, 2024, and our tip today comes from Theater for Trial by David Ball and Joshua Karton. Write not only your opening, but your closing long before trial begins. Yeah, we get all kinds of advice, right? And it's all good. Write your opening before trial, write your closing long before trial. Write your jury instructions long before trial. The more we do at an earlier stage, the better. But what about this in particular? So opening, that is something that, at least how I do it, and everyone does a little differently. I'm focusing on the facts of the case. In closing, I'm focusing on argument. I don't go back and regurgitate. If I do, it's like in about 3 minutes. I don't go back over everything that the jury's heard. I think it bores them and possibly insults them. In any event, however you do the closing, to the extent you're just repeating the opening, okay, you're preparing for your closing with your opening. For me, in my closing, I want to talk about what motivates the jury, why this is the right thing to do, this to return the verdict that I'm asking for. My client's situation demands. So we want to think of those things early on. How are we going to present the opening? How do we frame it, sequence it? What facts do we choose? Importantly, what facts do we leave out? And at the same time, we're thinking about the closing. How does that all work into a moral imperative, right? How does that all work into following the law as the judge gives it? So we want to be thinking of the opening and the closing long before we prepare them. Now, that doesn't mean to lock it in, right? That's another important point. We never want to lock anything in because we want the trial to be a real-time experience. I want to integrate into my closing. I want to integrate into my opening when I can, things I hear in jury selection, when you get it. And I definitely want to integrate into my closing those things that we've heard in the trial. It could be a surprise, some witness testimony, but even if the testimony comes in as expected, jurors' reactions, just what's happened in the courtroom. I want to make sure that the makeup of the jury, maybe I'm going to speak a little differently to a jury if I know there's an engineer on it versus an art student, or find a way to speak to both of them. So definitely think about your opening, think about your closing, think about as much as you can before you get to trial. Let's take a deep breath together and be grateful to be alive this Thursday. May the work that we do today help reduce suffering in the world. May the work that we do exemplify law at its finest, law as a guiding and unifying force in society. May we fiercely and compassionately advocate and champion our clients' causes. I'm going to ring a bell 3 times now. This can take you into a meditation practice, a prayer practice, or just let the sounds wash over you. May you hear the sounds, let them penetrate into you. And may it remind you to wake up, go out, do good things, and have fun while you're doing it.